Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 5 brawlers which I think completely have fell off within the game right now. So some of these brawlers used to be really strong, some of them are just completely forgotten, and we're going to be trying them out in ranked, so it's going to be even worse. But right now, we're top 26 in the world, doing pretty decent in terms of our elo and ranking. We seem to be winning every single game on ranked at the moment, so let's jump into it. Alright guys, jumping into the first brawler which has completely fell off within the game right now, we go with Bo. So Bo always comes and goes out of the meta. It's always when it receives crazy damage buffs, and then now, yeah, he's just not really that useful. Used to always be good at like knockout, bounty, hot zone, Brawl, gem grab as a gem carry. Used to be so many options for Bo, but right now I don't really see it. I mean, probably the only option I really see is if you're really struggling on a mid brawler, but again, so many other mid brawlers outclass him, especially since recent buffs to like, I don't know, like Piper down the line, Nanny, Byron, Angelo, Gene, Mac. Like, look at all these other mid brawlers that are just better than Bo at the moment. I think there is a rare use case for him though on knockout. I think he's a good underrated pick against Gene, for example. It's literally why I picked it, because I've got the Bo totem. If he wants to pull me, I could just pop gadget and then he pulls my Bo totem. So beautiful, we're able to win that first round. But again, I don't know. It's kind of weird because brawlers like Amber, for example, kind of received the same treatment where they were overbuffed in terms of damage. They both Bo and Amber got damage nerfs, kind of like in between what it was beforehand. But Bo just seemed to fall off completely. I guess he just really needs that damage. The thing about Bo is that fundamentally he can be a pretty easy brawler to dodge in terms of his main attack. If you think about it, like a good player can dodge a lot of the shots and of course dodge the mines as well. Bad players are going to get tripped over by the mines consistently, but we're going to be able to win that game of knockout just so easily. I don't even know how we're able to do that. Again, I'm not saying like it's a terrible brawler, but I would say pretty much in the competitive meta, there's not really much use case for him. I've not really seen him in a long time. Looking at the maps, I can't really say too much use case for him, so completely fell off for me. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, so jumping into the next brawler who has completely fell off in the meta. Not many people are really talking about it. It is Tara. So I'm actually playing on a quick 5 modifier, which actually is a really underrated modifier for Tara. So maybe inside a quick fire stop falling off, but everywhere else she definitely has. Especially considering there's actually a lot of maps in the rotation where I'd actually consider being really good Tara maps. You know, literally take this one for example. Without the quick fire modifier, she's just pretty unusable on this map. So many better lanes out there, and she doesn't really have a use case. She used to always have a use case in terms of her gadget, being able to counter a lot of brawlers, and considering brawlers like Surge, Gene, single tap brawlers are meta at the moment, it's a big surprise why Tara isn't that good right now. So I'm going to pop our gadget right here. I'm going to wait for Surge just to jump into them and then pull them towards us. Going to pop our gadget again. Use super to kill the Griff, and that should be a walk-in from my Leon. Beautiful. That was much quicker than I anticipated. But Tara, I think it's completely fallen off because you used to always see her in Gem Grab. You know, there's a couple of maps, Gem Fort, Last Stop, where you'd always see Tara, and you just don't see her anymore. You think of other maps, Brawl, Sneak Field, Center Stage, you would see Tara everywhere, and you don't. Maybe brawlers like Sandy counter Tara too much, and you know, other instances, but you just don't see Tara anywhere anymore. I think she's completely fallen off. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, jumping into the next brawler that has fell off in the meta right now, it definitely is Bonnie. So Bonnie received a balance change a couple of months ago now to her supercharge rate and the damage, I believe, which for me it seemed like Bonnie was going to turn into like an A-tier brawler, and for a lot of people as well, they agreed, because only taking 3 shots to super just enables her to make a lot more plays. But at the same time, I don't know what it is. I think Bonnie of old form has just kind of been lost. Like again, Bonnie used to always be such a solid brawler. She's actually stronger than she was in the past, but other brawlers have got stronger as well, if you get what I mean. Other brawlers have got hyper charges and could just take advantage of Bonnie's slow movement speed, and I just think it's that. And also when you use a super, you're a bit of a sitting duck. Like, you might be able to get the kill, but it's only really good if that person is like completely away from the enemies. Like, people know how to counter Bonnie now. You just got to group up and just get the trade out. When it just jumps in, at least you can get the trade, because she's just completely useless basically in a small form. So well, I meant to go in on the buzz there to confirm the kill. Nice. Nanny's going to get taken down, and then my teammates should be able to clutch this. I'm also facing off, well, my teammate has got a power 9 Edgar without star power, without gears, and just a gadget, and it looks like we're going to win this game. I mean, I've not really been doing too much. The only good thing about Bonnie really is her gadget, but still, she's pretty slow. The shot is just easy to avoid even with the gadget, so I'm not too sure where the buzz is. Oh, Edgar just goes in and dies. Max goes in and dies and leaves me in a 1v3. So how am I supposed to clutch this as a Bonnie? I don't know. If I clutch this, then I'm selling my channel. Giving it away for free to one of you guys. But yeah, Buzz just going to jump in. It's nothing that I can really do. But at least I've got my super for the next round. Hopefully we can clutch this one up. We are 1-0 up in rounds at the moment. So we're doing pretty okay. But I think the only game mode as well that Bonnie is actually good in is probably Heist, right? Because at least you can just jump onto the safe and just get some immediate damage. But again, there's just better Heist brawlers out there. So many of the meta Heist brawlers just counter Bonnie. Can just get on the safe quicker. I can just deal more damage to the safe. There's just endless reasons as to why Bonnie is just not meta right now. So we kind of need to make use of Nanny in super here. Nice, come on. Nanny's one shot, beautiful, there we go. And if Buzz goes in here, we should be able to help the Max out, potentially. Okay, that's not looking good. Buzz against Bonnie, I'm not fancying this matchup whatsoever. So we're going to try and keep distance. I think that is the play here. Wait till we can get back into our cannon form. And then hopefully we can deal with Buzz like that. So auto aim. Not going to do me any favors right there. But we've got another gadget here. Not super from Buzz. I kind of forget how large his supercharging circle is. We can keep him tapped up. That I just don't see how we win this unless we get our next super. Buzz is literally dying in the smoke. Hello, Buzz. Okay, we will take that. I don't even know what he was doing. That was such an unwinnable situation for us, but bro just died into the gas, apparently. But yeah, that's going to be Bonnie. She's fell off a lot. Let's hop into the next one. Alright, guys, jumping into the next brawler who have completely fallen off within the meta right now. It is Larry and Laurie. So I think within the previous meta, he was still considered close to the top 10 brawler, right? Maybe people were kind of clinging on to nostalgia a little bit, myself included. He still felt pretty strong, but I think now it's pretty obvious that he isn't the force he used to be again. Laurie is still a decent brawler, but not completely trash. But I think within pro play, 10% right at the wrong time. In pro play, it's a lot easier to counter. The main reason being it takes much longer to get your first super. I think that's the biggest problem. I've played a few games with him already in ranked. It's not really gone too well, and it's because it takes forever to get his first super. And I don't even think that Laurie's that great anymore. He's quite easy to take down. The gadget has been nerfed sufficiently. I think he's a balanced brawler, if anything, but that is a fall off for Larry and Laurie. Let's just remember, I think Larry was literally the best brawler of all time. I think it's got to be said now. Like, absolutely insane. Of course, I hit a bow mine, bro. Come on, focus up. Come on. But also, I just think for throwers, they can just come out of the meta pretty fast. Come on, go out of the meta pretty fast. Bro, why is Leon always on me? Get out of here. Right, another gadget. Keep me alive. Beautiful. There we go. My teammates are actually heavily carrying right now. But as I was saying, big problem about Larry and Laurie is that they get countered now by their other kind of their fellow counterparts like Tick, Sprout. Those other throwers are a bit more dominant than them in a 1v1 matchup, so people just literally just go Sprout, Tick to counter Larry and Laurie. Also, just on other maps that they used to be strong on, I just think it just, again, takes so long to get his first super, then he just doesn't make an impact on the game. And good players can juke out his shots, especially since the unload nerf. It did a fantastic job in actually making his shots like a bit counterable. The second explosion still is a little toxic and a little too easy to hit, but that's okay. He's still, I'd say he's like balanced. He's definitely on the balanced side, which is pretty nice because I'm scarred for life. I never want to see these brawlers meta again just because of how dumb broken they were in release. But he does have some good use case. Like, I think Jordan Beetles is one of his better maps. He's still decent on knockout. Still okay on like hot potatoes, for example, if he's scared against aggro brawlers. He's just okay right now, but definitely falling off. Let's jump into the final one. Alright, guys, jumping into the final brawler who has fallen off right now in the game. I think it's quite clear to me that Crow has completely fell off. So some people are kind of using a lot of copium because he got a rework to his hypercharge and then he got a buff to it not too long ago. But Crow, just plain and simple, sucks. Like, he is terrible right now, like a really bad brawler. I think, again, the only way you can really use him is inside of Heist, but I think even then that's a big stretch because a lot of brawlers just get more consistent damage better. Like, I saw South America, for example, in monthly finals go a lot of Crow, but trust me, Crow isn't good, so just stop going Crow. It's just not worthwhile going him a lot of the time. So it looks like Max is a little bit alone here. They'll probably get a slow. Nice. But the funny thing is, I picked Crow quite early on in the draft and they seem to go my best matchups like Max, Leon. So Crow will actually look somewhat decent here. By the way, he's also good against Sandy. Like, literally all three of his brawlers Crow loves facing off against, so you love to see it. Right, there's 3 dead. Hopefully we can get some good pressure now. Alright, we've got a hypercharge as well, and the hypercharge, just plain and simple, sucks. Like, there's so many better hypercharges out there. It looks like it does a lot,
but it does next to nothing. Like, literally nothing. We've got to be careful, though. Looks like Leon has his hypercharge. We want to get it also. We're literally one shot away from it. Max super. We can pop the slow here. We can pop the hypercharge. He just used his dash like an idiot. So now we can just jump on him safely and get the kill. Nice. I mean, I'm making Crow look actually good here. Like, I'm absolutely destroying him. But yeah, just don't go Crow. Trust me. He does little to no damage. His hypercharge, just plain and simple, sucks. So many brawlers that have better hypercharges that deal more consistent damage. His gadgets don't really do anything for him. His star powers are really weak. Just overall, Crow isn't a good brawler. So stop picking Crow in my ranked teams. Also, I went 6-0, but again, literally, I had the perfect matchup, and these guys were just brain dead. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know down in the comment section below who's fell off the most in your opinion. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.